All right, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Whatever time it is when you hear this message, I sincerely pray that you're poised to receive, to accept, and to respond to words of wisdom. Ashe. So this morning, it's still morning, but earlier this morning, Obatala gave us a really poignant lesson, and I want to share it with you today with the hopes of helping you achieve the highest level of fulfillment and gratification through self-mastery and really reaching the optimization of your natural gifts and talents. And so the lesson that Obatala gave us today was regarding partnership. And more specifically, Obatala was telling us how somebody was going to be blessed in a partnership, but that not both parties wouldn't necessarily want to do what's necessary. Only one party would be really willing to make the necessary sacrifice. The other was doubtful. The other was hesitant, right? The other was insecure. And not only insecure, but their insecurities was governing their decision making, right? And the beauty of that lesson is that we got to understand the nature of partnerships. It's easy to just conclude that the person who is willing to make the sacrifice is the good guy and the one who wasn't willing to make the sacrifice is the bad guy, or some variation of that. But in reality, what we got to really get into is the nature and the reality of a partnership, the dynamics of a partnership, in the sense that people are hardwired for partnerships. Okay, we're built for partnerships. Even within our unit as an individual, you got two eyes that work in partnership. You got two ears that work in partnership. You got two nostrils that work in partnerships, two hands, two legs, etc., that work in partnership with one another. And so we are built and balanced out naturally according to the nature and the laws of partnership. And so we externalize that by having partners in life. Maybe you have a love partner, you have a business partner, you have a spiritual partner, you have a partner who you run with, you got a partner who you invest with, right? All of these different partner systems reinforce a natural dependence that we have, a natural fulfillment that we get through partnerships. And it's good to have a go-to person. It's very fulfilling to know that you've got a go-to person. This is somebody you can pour into. This is somebody who can reflect back to you. This is someone who you reciprocate with. You balance one another out, okay? And you can achieve greater things with your partner than you can by yourself. And so that is the positive aspect of a partnership. But likewise, it's like your again, if you go back to your body, your right eye, if one of them is incapacitated, if your right leg isn't working so well, then you can't stride the way you need to. If your right arm isn't, working so well, even if, you're right-handed, your left hand isn't fully functioning, it's hard for your right hand to do all of the things that it needs to do. You understand what I'm saying, right? So a partnership also evokes the highest level of insecurity, the deepest doubts, because you have to wonder constantly in the ever-changing world, is my partner going to disappoint me? Is my partner going to abandon me? Is my partner going to drop the ball? Is my partner going to become compromised? Right? You are dependent upon this other person. And so this person's vulnerabilities, interests, proclivities, their experience, whatever the obligations that they have a direct impact on you. So you have what? Lost control. So in order to get the benefit of the partnership, you also have to relinquish a high level of control. This produces so much anxiety, right? Now, That in and of itself is a lesson. But the next level of the lesson is the understanding of what's supposed to happen, because you can't take that dynamic away. You can't change that dynamic. So what's the purpose of the dynamic? That's what I want you to contemplate with me in this part of the lesson. What's the purpose of that dynamic of having a partner? The purpose of that dynamic is for you to accept and own your own experience in the partnership. This exhilarating high and this crippling low that I experience only in a partnership, that's mine to own. That's yours to own. How you feel in the partnership is yours to own. Stop making that your partner's responsibility. Stop, trying to off your experience and put it onto your partner. No, you chose the partnership because of what it does for you, and you accept that what goes into that also has a cost. And in spite of the cost, you want more. Own it. It's all yours to own. It's your experience. You are choosing it. Consciously or unconsciously, you're in it because you're choosing it. That takes you into another realm. That gives you another level of power and another level of awareness. And that level of awareness now puts you into a place for the third level of the lesson. The third level of the lesson is, in order for you to take ownership of your experience in the partnership and stop trying to transfer it off onto someone else and make it somebody else's fault or someone else's responsibility, your experience, that is, you recognize that what you're experiencing and what other people are doing, to evoke your experience, it has nothing to do with good or bad. All right? It has nothing to do with good or bad. So in other words, your partner isn't good because she or he does the things that you like. And your partner isn't good or bad because she or he does the things that you don't like. So this level of the lesson requires that you separate the things, make the distinction between what you like and what's good and what you don't like and what's bad. Stop saying within yourself and to other people that this is good simply because you like it. This is bad simply because you don't like it. Those are not related. They could be related, but by definition, they're not. Okay? Once you can make that separation between what you like and what's good, what you don't like and what's bad, now you're going to be in a better position to be clear-minded about why you need to make certain adjustments, why you need to accept certain correction, right? If you are associating all of the things that you don't like with bad, then you're by definition, then you start to just dismiss all of the things that you don't like. You start to disregard and deny, reject categorically all of the things that you don't like. This is clearly a recipe for mediocrity, if not total failure. All right. Now, this part is especially important for people who are at like a B-level performance. See, A-level performers are high performers. And I'm talking about not once in a while. There was that one time that I scored, really well. There was that 1 week where I was really not. I'm talking about people who perform, who operate at the A level. Your everyday reality is, peak performance, peak performance, peak performance. Okay? If you're a B level performer that, most of the time you get it right. Most of the time you're hitting the mark. You are at the highest risk of stagnation. you're at the highest risk of rejecting all of the things that you don't like and calling them bad and dismissing them, right? This is why they say good is the enemy of great. A B-level performer is good, right? You know, metaphorically, you're eating every day, you're dressed, you know what I mean? You don't have to worry about having clothes on your back. You have a certain level of respect and recognition. You're good. You're good. But because you're good, you're lazy. Because you're good, you rest on your laurels. Because you're good, you're coasting. Because you're good, you don't want to get up early. Because you're good, you don't want to shut your mouth. You don't want to be patient. You don't want to humble yourself because you're good. Because you're good, you don't want to stay late. Because you're good, you don't want to go the extra. You don't feel like you need to. And if you don't, nobody's going to be on your back. You're good. You're good. Most of the time, you're good. Nobody's sweating you. That is a perfect recipe for stagnation. You could be good forever. But in your heart, in your mind, you know you could be great. But because you're associating the greatness with badness, because the person and the circumstances that are going to demand that you go from good to great are going to be things that make you uncomfortable. They're going to be partners. When you have a partner who's really trying to bring you to the A level, who wants to drive you to the A level, no. When you're going from B to A, your partner is going to challenge you. Your partner is going to make you uncomfortable. Your partner is going to point out the fact that you're not getting up early. Your partner is going to put it right before you. Hey, I'm trying to go to the next level and you weren't there. I threw you the pass and you weren't there to receive it. Right? It's going to make you uncomfortable. It's going to reveal your imperfections. And if you're a B-level player, that can be hard for you to accept. There's still room for improvement. There's an obligation, as a matter of fact, for improvement if you want to go to the A level and perform and operate and live at that A level existence. You got to have A level habits. Okay? And so for the people who are really poised to optimize their natural gifts and talents, reach peak performance, operate and live at that A level, then this is the recipe for you. You have to stop associating the challenges and the things that force you out of your comfort zone. You got to stop characterizing those as bad. You got to stop dismissing those and oversimplifying these things as bad. You got to stop oversimplifying and dismissing the people that really put you to the test as bad people. Start to recognize the ways in which you are being called to a higher level and accept, hey, you know what? If you don't want to go to the next level, just say you don't want to go to the next level and back out. Back out. But if you do want to go to the next level, stop complaining, stop whining, stop transferring responsibilities, stop refusing to take ownership for your own experience. Do what needs to be done. Be whatever you need to be in order to go from this B-level performance to A-level performance. All right. So that's a big series of lessons for you. I want to stop there, but I want to let you know for sure, beyond the shadow of a doubt, I'm talking to the leaders. I'm talking to the leaders. I'm addressing the people who are ready, willing, and able to use your natural gifts and talents to improve the world through positive influence. If you're one of those people, then I want you to find out how Oloye Obafemi Origunwa and the Orisha Lifestyle Academy can help you take your practice and your life to the next level. Visit me at obafemio.com or orishalifestyle.com. Let's start working together to help you live the medicine that's going to heal your life and heal the lives of those who you are destined to serve. I look forward to working with you. Bye for now. Odabo.